Okay, we are live. Welcome, everybody. Am I live? What are you seeing here? Oh, that's what you're seeing. I got it. Now let's share my screen. Good morning, everybody, or good noon. Happy lunch, everybody on TikTok. Happy lunch, everybody on YouTube and Facebook. Wow, we've got people all over the place. I'm going to share my screen right now. Let's go take a quick look at my screen share. Here we go. Let's see, there it pops up. This is cool stuff if there ever was cool stuff to watch. Let's take a look at this. Let's wait till this switches over. Here we go. If there was ever anything cool to watch, this is it. Has anybody seen this morning? This was amazing. This is the takeoff of Bezos' rocket. And I've had this argument. Look at this. Is everybody watching this on YouTube? This is amazing. I know this is crypto, but this was so amazing to watch. The takeoff and landing this morning. Please, everybody, tell me if my microphone is working in the chat. I accidentally touched some stuff. If anybody in the chat over on YouTube or Facebook can give me a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. Let me know my microphone is working. This is amazing stuff. I'm going to turn this volume off here so you can hear me. But this is amazing stuff. The argument over the past couple of days with this flight of Bezos and also Virgin Branson is that, wow, these guys are billionaires. They should be able to do something with their money to save society. They should be able to save society and great things. Tony Marino, can you hear me, Tony? You should be able to see things now. I think everything is working well. Let's get back to the crypto markets, of course. So the argument's been, these guys have so much money. Can't they do something with better society than indulge their habits or their hobbies of space flight? Can't they do something better with their time and their money? And I'm going to tell you, I watched this morning, and if this doesn't inspire a generation of children to reach for impossible things, I don't know what does. I watched this morning. You see Bezos's rocket take off, and you see the rocket booster landing back at the launch pad, and then a little while later, you see him and his goofy ass self getting out of the rocket. That is inspiring. That is totally inspiring. Really cool stuff to me. But let's get back to the crypto markets. They do say this could be space travel could be a multi-billion-dollar industry. Multi-billion-dollar industry. Honey, where do you want to go for Christmas week? We have off. The kids have off. I don't know, you want to go to the moon? Yeah, let's go to the moon. That'll be kind of cool. Let's go for that. I haven't done that before. Really cool stuff when it comes to potential space travel. Let's get back to crypto. Everybody, if you were over on TikTok, you cannot see what's going on my screen. You can follow me over on YouTube. We have a live tube on YouTube or on Facebook. The link is up above on TikTok, but you can, of course, listen in. Yes, they could pay taxes. These guys do pay taxes. And by the way, they donate enormous amounts of money to charities that help the poor, the hungry, the diseased. They do an enormous amount. This, to me, is supporting the mind, and it was an amazing thing to watch this morning, just watching it take off and land. It was really just mind-boggling for those of us who remember the landing on the moon. I hate to say I just dated myself by saying that, but I do remember the landing on the moon. So everybody, this black guy from baseball, flipping baseballs to my kid. He hit one off the cage up above. I was behind an L screen, hit one off the cage, came down, caught me right in the eye. It continues to change colors. It looks very, very pretty. So let's go take a look at the crypto markets now. I will tell you, when I set up my computer for this live maybe a half hour ago, everything was red and deeply red. Things are changing now. The market is seemingly coming back just a little bit. Bitcoin has now jumped above 30,000. It had been down in the low to mid 29,000 range. ETH had been negative. As with everything, as with everything we've been doing, the altcoins have gotten hammered, absolutely crushed over the past few days. absolutely crushed over the last few days with Bitcoin going down. Let's take a quick look. I don't want to jump in. I'm going to, you know something, if anybody doesn't mind, I've got to do this because I was looking through, we follow about 25, 30 coins that I follow basically religiously, constantly following, always on top of. And I noticed DOT this morning, and I get this argument all the time. I get it a lot on TikTok. People turn around going, technical analysis doesn't mean anything in crypto. Well, I'm going to tell you bullshit, okay? And here now you guys can see my screen on, okay, you can see my screen on the screen. This is DOT. So why is this so relevant? What is so important about technical analysis? Well, look at this. This is what I want to show you guys. See this drop here? This drop right here. It was a one-day candle from June 21st. I just noticed it and it picked up and I looked back at it. And we talk about support and resistance levels. Look at these support and resistance levels, guys. Look at this. There's nothing. This fell straight through right here. Why? Because there was no real support back here. This was some ragged trading back here. There was nothing. Came down to the bottom of it. What happened? It hesitated here. Now look what else we have. We have no support. This was straight candles on the way up. Green candles on the way up. No stopping, no resistance. What has happened here? It is completely cratered down. And here we've got the next support resistance. We came up, we touched support and resistance over here. And I'm looking all the way over on the right side. I hope you guys can see my cursor moving around here. I'm looking all the way over on the left side by the start of this year when DOT was trading at 928. Now, this is important. This is hugely important. If there's no support going up, and this goes to the argument, I'm going to lead this argument into Bitcoin. Why is this so relevant in Bitcoin? Here we've got this daily chart in Bitcoin, and I've said this over and over and over again. I just did a TikTok a little while ago. I just did this TikTok a little while ago, posted this. This is the range we're trading in, right around 29,000 to 31.5. Support and resistance is not always a hard number. It's a roundabout number. It's a zone. It's a range that we tick down and we trade into. But look here, we came up. This is the 20,000 at the end of last year we came up through. We blew right through. We bounced up. This is about 23 days of trading before we got through this $20,000 resistance. What's so important about the 20,000 resistance? That's the 2017-18 all-time high. We blew right through it. No hesitation. Stopped up here for a minute, came all the way back up. Now we showed resistance here. We've come back down. We've shown support. Boom. But in between this 31,000 and this 20,000, we never retested this. We never did what we would have liked to have done here. Go up, come back, tested this 20,000, and then resumed our upswing. We never did that. It is super important. You see that now on a coin like DOT, how clearly that works and how clearly and important that is when you're trading in a coin like DOT and when you're looking at technical analysis on anything. Super important. So that's why I just wanted to point that out. I got ahead of myself on DOT, but we can take a look at right now at Bitcoin. I want to get rid of these marks I'm making all over the place. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin is trading in this 29,000 to 31,005 range. Okay, we're extremely oversold. So yeah, I'd expect this. And remember, yesterday we did this. We were looking at the MACD on the weekly level, and I'm going to add this back in so everybody remembers what we were looking at yesterday and how extremely negative the MACD is. We reset this chart, and boom, we are in this extremely negative, which would lead us to believe that we don't need two MACDs in here. That would lead us to believe that we are now looking for a trend change, a directional change in Bitcoin. Here was the last MACD change right here. When it went positive, boom, we went all the way up. Here was the MACD change. We went all the way down. So, but MACD is not. It's the moving average convergence divergence line. It is not. That is not a level. That is not saying we're going to buy at 31,000, 29,000, 28,000. It is a trend change. So we could completely and very easily bounce down to this 20,000 range, very, very easily and bounce off. And now this MACD has now started to move light red and hopefully to the green shortly. So that is very, very interesting that we continue to trade down. We've started to lose a lot of these support levels in this 31,000. What are we at right now? Bitcoin at 29, back under the 30,000 level. What are some other cool things we have looked at today? The XRP. Everybody asks XRP. Everybody loves XRP. XRP and Doge are probably right behind Bitcoin when it comes to the most asked about coin. Now, guys, over on TikTok, if you want to see the charts, we're live over on YouTube or on Facebook, on our Facebook page. Either one, this is live. We are going live. If you guys can hit the like buttons down below, I'd really appreciate it, especially everybody over on YouTube. It would greatly appreciate it. It helps YouTube let everybody know people are watching. If you could hit those like buttons, you'd really, really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Same thing over on TikTok. It lets everybody know we are here. For now on, noon, we are having lunch on the block. That is what we are calling this. It's lunch on the block. We will be live noon every day, Monday through Friday. That is going to be our new live time for our lives for TikTok. If you have any questions, of course, you can email or you can leave them in the comments down below. We will start to take a look at any coins, any NFTs, anything blockchain related, we will take a look at. Okay, XRP, where is XRP? So yeah, this is the XRP. If everybody remembers, about a month ago, we were all hot and bothered about the Bitcoin had its death cross. The death cross is when the 200-day moving average or the 50-day moving average crosses over the 200-day moving average, considered an extremely bearish sign, but it is a lagging indicator. It is referring to information that is anywhere from 50 days old to 200 days old, almost over 6 months old. Some of that information is extremely, extremely old. So it is considered a lagging indicator. Different, by the way, than the MACD, which is a more recent 12-day and 26-day moving average, showing much more new and relevant information. So here we have XRP trading at, here was the cross right here. You can see it. We hit that cross right there. Now, unfortunately, XRP was trading as high as $2. It is now trading down at 53,165. So, you know, great that we've seen this moving, this death cross, but it is really showing more of a continuation of a trend than anything we're really going to be worrying about. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not happy to say, because it takes a long time to get this death cross to cross. You have a long downtrend line before this, you know, goes away. So this is the actual death cross. The death cross. Ripple is braced for a bombshell. I don't think Ripple's braced for a bombshell. The death cross happened. It told you what happened. Congratulations. Shit happened for the past 6 months. Everybody has seen it. You know, we all know it's there. Now, I will tell you, the golden cross, the reverse part of that, when the 200-day goes in front of the 50-day, to me, even though, again, like it's a lagging indicator, is much more of a positive sign than the death cross is a negative sign for Ripple and XRP and any coin that experiences that cross. Okay, now I want to point out something. This is where's the news here? I want to. This is always interesting here. I want to see if I've got fundraising announcements. Here we go. Let me see if you guys can see this. You guys can see my screen. Yeah. So OpenSea blockchain, and we've gotten away from this, but I started doing on the block was a lot of NFT trading. We were doing NFTs through Nifty Gateway, buying and selling, some interesting strategies to buy and sell and make money on Nifty Gateway. So news today, Andreessen Horowitz. Andreessen was, I think, one of the founders of Netscape. If anybody even remembers Netscape, that is dating myself. $100 million into what is still considered still early NFT space. Still early, and I agree with that. There's going to be so much coming to the NFT space, non-fungible tokens that you guys can't even fathom all the things that are coming to NFTs. We're going to start working on NFTs a lot more. I'm going to be paying much more attention again back to that market beyond just trading pictures and trading icons. There's a lot coming into this NFT space in the way of really everything you can picture. Anything that you own being switched over to an NFT. So every history, picture your house, picture your property. Think of this, guys. Think of this. We change your address, your 100 Main Street address, to an NFT. You put your house on it. Now, any work that's ever done on your house, any tax bill, any electric bill, any utility bill, anything, any process, any work done, any pool put in, any violations, anything associated with your house is now part of this NFT listed on the blockchain. Think of that. You go to sell your house. I hope none of you are on here, but fuck the lawyers. Screw everybody else. You literally transfer your NFT for your house. In exchange for the money, someone pays, transfers it over, and everything associated with that house, the history of that property at 100 Main Street, the history of the taxes, the history of the lawn care, the history of the oil delivered because you have an oil heater. Everything is listed in that NFT. Now, boom, the house gets transferred. That is way far in the future. I got carried away. But picture NFTs, your car, every asset being changed into a digital, I don't want to say token, but every actual getting changed into a digital format, a non-fungible token. Okay, I got a little carried away there. Here's some interesting stuff. If anybody does this, anybody trades on, I got to do this because we were looking yesterday. If you ever get involved in NFTs, if you look over at, this is one of the best things to buy if you're looking over at, I like Nifty Gateway. It's clean. It's a great way to get involved. Here's this new one. I didn't even see this. When we looked, we didn't see this was here. But take a look at these. These go every night, 6:30 or so. They have new drops on Nifty. So look at this. These, especially when you see these dollar drawings. If you want to make money, if you want to roll the dice, now these have the interest in these have died down dramatically. We had 1,800 entries last night on this $1 drawing. Only 1,800. Back literally 2 months ago, before the crypto market crash drew down the interest on these, we'd have 50, 60,000 people would enter these. Now what happens is 20 people get picked. They pay $1. They win this NFT. Well, what does that mean, Arthur? Who gives a shit? Right? Well, so let's look. Here's this NFT. Let's look at the trading on this NFT so far. We look at that. We're in Nifty Gateway. Let's go look. I think it was this one. Somebody won this for $1. This edition's on sale for $1. But let's look at the actual sales. There's actually been sales. Someone bought this that NFT for $1,000. They paid $1 for it. There were 20 of these minted on the Ethereum blockchain. Love Ethereum, by the way. Notice these. These all say Ethereum blockchain. So when you look at a coin, you want to buy Ethereum blockchain. Sarah Ash bought hers for $1,000. This is such a cool way. This is such a cool way for people to for you to get involved in NFTs and start making money. I would literally bid on every one of these. Now, some of these you can see the interest has gone down a little bit, and some of these, like board is, what was the price? I think these were minted at $15 or $250. Let me see the global history. So these were created on the Ethereum blockchain for $100. Look at all these sales. $450, $380, $375, $380. These are sales only, not the listings. So that's it. You go to create an account, look for these drawings. It's a fun way to get involved in NFTs. I'm just jumping over to these comments I'm seeing over here on TikTok. Move to China to imagine what we were talking about, NFTs. Their currency is totally digital. That is absolutely incorrect. Their currency is not totally digital. The digital yuan, they literally just released. Now you're able to use the digital yuan in like 3,000 or so ATMs last time I had seen. But their currency is not totally digital. Do not say that. That is absolutely incorrect. They are blocking out everything but the digital yuan. And I don't even sure I'm pronouncing it correctly, but the digital yuan they're blocking out everything other than that, but their currencies are not totally on the digital yuan. So I just had to jump in on that comment. Let's go down and take a look at, I'm trying to see what else I've skipped over. I had a lot of fun things to look at. Yes, we looked at, these questions that we keep getting on stable coins. What about these regulations on stable coins? So here's the concern on stable coins, the likes of Tether. The concern is that the finances backing up these coins are not regulated. So what happens if the financials backing up, the fiat currency backing up Tether is not really there? You're assuming it's there. I'm assuming it's there. We don't know that it's actually there. So Jerome Powell yesterday, this was his comments, and take a listen. We'll listen to Jerome Powell. I hope everybody on TikTok can hear this. Obviously, everybody on YouTube and Facebook are seeing this.
And that's when people will want their money. So, it's very simple. These are economic activities that are very similar to bank deposits and money market funds, and they need to be regulated in comparable ways.
So that's it. He's not referring to blocking out stable coins. He's not referring to cryptocurrencies. They're not even talking about that now. What they're saying is that you and I consider, when we buy Tether, we consider we're just buying a digital version of the dollar, right? Okay, that's what we're doing. We're just buying a digital version of the dollar. But there's no regulation. You don't actually know that every dollar of Tether you buy, there's a dollar of US currency behind it. He's simply saying that they need to regulate these in a comparable way that they would regulate other similar currencies. Regulation is, I hate to say it, as much as we don't block everybody involved in blockchain, everybody involved in crypto hates regulation, that is, some regulation is needed because there are bad players in the market. So let's go take a look at individual cryptocurrencies. This is where I'm going to go through and take a look at some charts. If you have any questions, leave them in there. We would be glad to take a look at various currencies. But here we go. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. We already took a look at this. We know where this is going, where this is at. We know what's going on. We talked about this yesterday. It was funny. We were sitting on this live yesterday afternoon, and my wife turns around and sends me a text that she had gotten the notification the Dow was down 700-800, and it was all based on COVID fears, right? It was all COVID-based fears. So, but just to show that the Dow is not linked any longer, what do we have? Let's get to, I like Yahoo Finance, by the way. Where is the Dow? The Dow up 509 today. So with the crypto markets moving sort of negatively, the Dow is remaining strong, coming back today off its 740 or 750 point decline yesterday. Yeah, so these are all COVID fears, and I can't look at it right now, but I will tell you right now, just so you realize that in this area where we are, COVID rates, infection rates have now up around 2%, down from 0.3 or so. They're up around 2%. A friend of mine runs a vaccination center, does vaccinations and testing, and he says in the past 2 weeks or so, the numbers have just gone through the roof comparatively, and people are starting to wear masks again. They don't want these kids having to go back to school in September with this Delta variant over everybody's head. So I think this could be a deep concern, just like it affected everything last year, in March of last year, February, March of last year. I think as we get closer and closer to school time, and these numbers, everybody's calling this the pandemic of the unvaccinated. It's the pandemic of the unvaccinated, but unfortunately, it's affecting us. Okay, guys, if you could give us a like down below, please hit the like button, hit the follow button, and we'll keep producing crypto content for you. It lets YouTube, it lets TikTok, and lets Facebook know that you guys like the content we're producing. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go take a look at coins. Bitcoin, here we go. Bitcoin falling down. We are looking, now we're going to start looking at individual coins. Some coins are looking very, very strong. Some coins to me are looking very, very strong. Bitcoin does not seem like one of them. It's just been on this slow decline, the slow, painful, watching the grass grow or watching the grass die decline, and we need some sort of move. There's no volume here. We keep approaching this long-term trend line that we've drawn, that has been going since 2014, 15, long-term trend line, and we are continuing to move downward. I do not think that this is going to hold this 29,000 level here, regardless of how oversold this is. We're on a daily time frame here. Let's keep going down. Litecoin continuing to trade down, but within this zone. It's what Litecoin does. Looking extremely weak. All these coins right now, by the way, as we look on this daily chart, all these coins right now are showing extreme oversold. So expect some sort of bounce back in the next 4 to 8 hours. You're going to see some sort of bounce back. I think when we looked at it before, now it's come back down, but Bitcoin was trying to do it a little while ago, was trying to bounce back. We keep going down. Ethereum, again, bounced off of this support. This is this support that we, Bitcoin's been in place. For anybody who doesn't think technical analysis works, anybody who thinks technical analysis does not work in cryptocurrency, you're out of your friggin' mind. Look at this. I mean, could you have called this any easier? This 1725, 1730. Couldn't have called it any easier. I don't know if it's holding, but it bounced right off of it. It's the same thing with Bitcoin. I mean, we're following this trend line right down. It's when people say it doesn't work, when crypto doesn't work. Here, good. I've got someone coming back to me. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony says news doesn't move the price. Charts do. So charts, Anthony, I have to disagree with you. Charts just tell us what people are thinking. The news, the influencers, what people see in society is what makes them think different things. The charts just tell us what your mind is thinking. The charts are telling me that, holy shit, a lot of people really think at 1730 they'll buy Ethereum. They're good with buying Ethereum at 1730. Okay, guys, by the way, over on TikTok, we are live. If you want to see the charts, come on over to YouTube or Facebook, our Facebook group. Come on over. We've got all the charts. We've got everything live, and you can see that there. Or, of course, hit that like button, and we will keep producing crypto videos. We do them all day. We did one on XRP a little bit earlier. So let's keep going down. ADA's looking horrible, but again, ADA's showing some significant price support over here, right around this 106 level, a level it has touched in the past. So not surprising. And ADA, again, also extremely, extremely oversold. So I'd expect to see nice big volume coming into ADA here at these levels. But Matic not looking so pretty. Yeah, we got this bounce on Matic, but this breakdown here on this 74 was a big, big number. And this next breakdown on Matic really comes down to this 50 or so, 45 to 50 cent range on Matic. That is not good. Yeah, that is not good looking for Matic. Engine has remained relatively, I've got to tell you something. Engine has done a lot of sideways until this past few hours, days. We've done a lot of sideways trading in Engine since this whole market has been down. It's been consistently going sideways. We've just broken down in the past few hours, but had looked good. Luna also, same thing. A lot of breaking down, had looked good, completely broke down. But look what comes in Luna. Big volume jumping in here at these levels. So that's a big sign. Remember one thing about volume. Volume confirms price. Your coin, your stock, your token, your whatever goes up on no volume. That's not a good sign. You want huge volume. You want huge commitment, huge interest. A lot of people jumping into things is what you're looking for. Okay, let's do the Doge. We'll do the Doge. We'll do the doggy jump. So here we go. Here is the doggy. We have talked about this. We're in this zone. It bounced off of it. Doge is holding, I guess. Again, this is my biggest concern with Doge. Doge is fine. There's nothing scammy about it. There's nothing bad about it. There's just nothing to it. So when I look back and all you hear is all the people that make. Some guy posted on TikTok yesterday, I just invested $8,000. I just invested $8,000 in Doge. I'm like, are you kidding? You put $8,000 into Doge at these levels? I got $8,000 sitting in my pocket here. I'm putting it into Ethereum. I'm putting it, more important, not even just that I think it's got a greater upside. I'm pretty sure that Ethereum is going to be around. I'm not sure that Doge is not going down to 8 cents. You know, Elon, I can't have a coin that's so beholden to an Elon Musk tweet, or I'm so reliant on an Elon Musk tweet. So no, that's the reasons that we're avoiding Doge really at this level and any levels. So okay, Doge, but Doge. That said, I like to be fair about this. That said, look at Doge bouncing off of these levels. Now these levels do continue to get lower, and this is really the bottom half of this. You know, if you look at, let me get a marker in here. Here we go. So we're really right here at the bottom half of this. This is kind of the zone that we're looking at, right? This is, what do we think the zone? Let me get out of this. So what we got at this zone is right here. You know, this is the bottom half of these wick down. Once we break through this like we did without this bounce, you know, this is what I would consider a buy zone, but I would really consider this more at this point any sort of support zone. If this breaks down through this, this is where we're looking at this 860, 8.5, and that's a long way down. So okay, that's what I'm thinking about on Doge. Solana, where's Solana? Solana has completely collapsed down through these levels. Now we're approaching these lows from the other, and Solana, by the way, being one of the coins that if I'm looking to put money in, I'm looking to put money in right now, and a long-term buy would be in coins like Solana, Binance, BNB. Those are the coins I'm really looking at. I'm not looking at the XRPs and the Doge of the world. I think the bounce back in the main altcoins, what I consider the top 10 altcoins, are the ones where you really put your money back into. I think Matic, when it bounces, is going to have an enormous bounce. I think when ADA, when it bounces, is going to have an enormous bounce. These are the coins: Binance, Solana, Luna, Engine. Enormous bounces. When they bounce back, they're going to have an enormous bounce. So that is where we've covered a whole lot today. What else? We've covered Bezos. We've covered Blue Origin. We've covered XRP's death cross. We've talked about NFTs. What else have we talked about? Bitcoin breaking down off its bottom. Do we think Bitcoin is, I don't know. I think Bitcoin has its way to go down. I think COVID concerns that we saw yesterday in the stock market are not going away. I think they're here. I think this pandemic, what is now being called the pandemic of the unvaccinated, is legit. And I think whether you're unvaccinated or vaccinated, that's not what this is about. This is about what it does to the markets, what it does to the financial markets, what it does to our society, businesses, and how that pulls back. I think that's when we say that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about that. I'm not judging on this call, although I will tell you I am vaccinated. My wife is vaccinated, and when my daughter turns 12 shortly, she will get vaccinated. So, okay, that is it. I do not see more questions do I see any more questions here over on TikTok or on YouTube, on Facebook? If there's anything else we want to look at. If not, we are going to wrap this up. We have talked about a whole lot today. Stable coins and Jerome Powell. Interesting stuff. We will be back live. Please, if everybody, before you leave, you can hit the like button. Please share this with a friend. We'd love to see you back. We will be back tomorrow at noon Eastern time. It will be on the block, lunch on the block. Yeah, that's what we're going with. We're going with lunch on the block. Lunch on the block, everybody. I will see everybody tomorrow. Peanut butter and jelly. We are serving for lunch on the block. Everybody, have a great afternoon. I've got to sign out of so many different things right now. Have a great afternoon. Have a safe afternoon. Stay safe, guys. Bye, guys.